Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about WatchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. These vintage postcards offer a revealing glimpse into women's beauty 100 years ago. A cursory glance over the magazine covers of today will tell you everything you need to know about modern beauty standards. It's all about bare, toned flesh, pumped up chest, and hair that's been primped and preened to within an inch of its life. But in the days before Photoshop and tanning salons, these women were turning heads. This photograph of a Luzon woman hailing from Philippines circa 1909 is a fantastic example. While her long, luscious locks might be the envy of many a modern supermodel, her traditional outfit leaves a lot more to the imagination than most 21st century cover stars. When 23-year-old Maud Adams was snapped rocking this bohemian look in 1895, she was a full century ahead of her time. An American actress known for her role in Peter Pan on Broadway, she seems to have predicted the garlanded hairstyle that would become an essential part of every girl's festival look. While her short hemline would have been scandalous when this photo was taken in 1908, this unknown gypsy girl looks modestly dressed by today's standards. Roma tradition required skirts to reach mid-calf, a length that the rest of the world wouldn't catch up to until the First World War. Taken in 1913, this photograph showcases a traditional idea of beauty that was already fast disappearing as Japanese women turned to increasingly Western trends. Kimonos like the one seen here had been worn in Japan since the 5th century. While this young woman's enormous hat might look a touch comical today, it was the height of fashion when she posed for this photo in 1909. A staple of the Edwardian lady's wardrobe, these huge headpieces were designed to frame a woman's face as if she were the subject of a painting. Carmen de Villers was a French actress and celebrity of her day. This postcard from 1905 showcases her dark good looks and the elaborate lacy clothing worn by fashionable women of the time. This image of a young Berber girl captured in 1912 gives an insight into how notions of beauty differed around the world. While women in Europe and America were constrained to full skirts and tight corsets, this North African girl wears practical, decorative clothing and a light scarf to cover her hair. This postcard from 1905 shows a young woman in traditional Nepali dress, a style that's changed little over the years. The coin necklace was used to symbolize and attract wealth, while the nose piercing, or bulaki as it's still known in Nepal, is currently enjoying popularity in Western culture. While today's fashions tend more towards using push-up bras and silicone implants to create gravity-defying cleavages, the trend back in 1913 was for an altogether more natural look. That said, this dress-plunging neckline would certainly have raised a few eyebrows. This woman from Tonkin in northern Vietnam was photographed in 1907 wearing a nan ki thao, a type of traditional hat. It was considered an elegant piece of formal wear and was worn to accentuate fine outfits and special occasions. When this photograph was taken in 1913, the French designer Paul POIRET had just launched a collection of loose-fitting pants for ladies. With women having previously been confined to heavy skirts, this new fashion was seen as liberating for them at the time when their role in society was changing. The Russian prima ballerina Anna Pavlova was one of the few darlings of her day. In this postcard dating from 1912, she can be seen wearing her country's traditional dress. Camille Clifford was born in Belgium and went on to inspire American artist Charles Dana Gibson's iconic look, Gibson Girls. With their ample bosoms and elegant silhouettes, his illustrations epitomized a new ideal for womanhood that was emerging at the turn of the 20th century. This young Cambodian woman appears on a postcard from 1906, wearing a Sampo Cheng Kiben, a piece of fabric wrapped and tied around the body. The design is thought to date back to ancient times. Caroline Otero was a famous Spanish-born courtesan at the turn of the 20th century. Pictured here in 1906, she shows off the seductive style that saw her embarking on love affairs with some of the world's most powerful men. This photograph of an unknown girl was taken in 1909 when the fashion for impossibly small waists was at its height. Women would train their bodies to shape using heavy steel corsets worn under their clothes. Early 20th century Vietnam was a dangerous place, with civil unrest being met by violence from the government. Perhaps that's why this woman chose to pose with a sword in this 1908 photograph. Lily LACY was an English singer who became among the most photographed female stars of her era. The Edwardian age's answer to a modern pop star. Seen here in 1909, her elegant looks made her popular both on and off the stage. This postcard from 1905 shows a young girl modeling an almost comically oversized hair bow. These accessories were all the rage in the early 20th century, when the trend was for younger women to look as innocent and girlish as possible. The early 1900s saw Japan's geisha girls reach the height of popularity. This photograph, snapped in 1909, shows a young apprentice wearing a traditional kimono. Her hair and makeup are done in the classic geisha style. Please don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that's new.